Hello everyone, I'm Tim. Today is the fifth day of 14 days Python Flask Web Development for beginners. Today's topic is database. Everyone knows that if we want to develop a site, some very big site, we need to database store our website's information like user or other information. Of course, there are a number of database. For example, SQLite, MySQL, Oracle. Actually, we just develop to very simple website. So it's the SQLite is enough to uh, develop to is enough to develop our website. Actually, SQLite is a C language library that implements a small, fast, self-contained, high reliability, full-featured. Yeah, SQLite is the most used database engine in the world. SQLite database have been used in the mobile phones. In order to use the SQLite, and I think we need to install a library and tutor the SQL Alchemy. SQL Alchemy is a Python SQL toolkit and object relation map that gives application developers the full power and flexibility of SQL. It's very easy to install. Just install pip install flex SQL Alchemy. In order to use the SQL Army, you have to first import the Python from Flask SQL Alchemy and import SQL Alchemy library or class. And then you have to define your database uh, path. For example, after we have the actually you need to use the absolute path. Actually, in the Windows, you have using the SQLite 3, this kind of line, and also as a Mac OS for me using this path, and also plus the OS path join app the root path. Actually, most of the default name is date.db. For example, we use the date.db. And if you don't want to use the mode track, just the first. Yeah. And then you can initialize the SQL Alchemy instance class and give pass the app instance app parameters to this instance. It's very simple. Of course, you can also create the table by the Python code like the users. For example, the table name is user, and also there is also ID. They use the type enter and is primary key, and also there's name has a type is string and the size is 20. Also, you have defined the same as the book ID table, the columns ID, type, and year. Of course, there's number of type in the database. For example, db integer is int type, db string is string type, and also text for long text, and also data type for date and type and Python data type, db float, and db boolean, and boolean is a boolean type. Of course, at the beginning you can use the flex cell terminal command to create the table, and for example, flex from app import db and db create all. They will create a db file in your folder, and also you can drop your other file in which you have just created, and then create again. Of course, you can also use the Python code, this Python code, to create the database using initdb this and also regex command, and then you just using this Python command flex db to initialize your database, create a table in the database. It's very simple, and of course you can drop the table and create the table in database using this command. Actually, as the database, there's a number of operation: creating, reading, updating, and deleting. Delete. For example, you can use the Python Flask command. For example, I import from app import user and book import class, and also I create a user class and instance and team, and also a book and title and year, M1, M2 to book. And then you can use the DB session to add the users and add the new instance to session, and also add the M1, M2 to the session. Finally, submit the database session DB sense commit. After that, you have create the table, and also you have add some create some record in your database. Of course, you can also query or read your records in the database. This is the pattern. For example, query model class the point query the field. This is field method. Also, this like method. Book and point query the first. And also, for example, query first. This query method first return first query record, and also you can use the field method. For example, booked query point field by. For example, field by the title XS, and also fastest query method faster. Of course, there are a number of field methods: field by, order by, or group by, and also the number of query method like raw, first, return all query records, return first query record, and count, return the count of query, and so on. Yeah, you can refer this table to get more details about the field method and query method. Flask command from, for example, from app import the book model class, and also book and get the book model's first record, and also we can get the book's title and book's year, for example 2022, and also you can use the book query or get all records of book, and also you can get book's query count, get the count of records, and also you can get the record based on key one, and also you can use the query filtered by the title mahjong first, get the record with title, which the title text is mahjong, and also you can use the query field, and also get the based on the title mahjong, if the one books query field, and based on the title, I think this is the same as the last one, above one, but using different. This is used by filter by. This is used by the field method. Yeah. Of course, you can get updating. You can use the updating operation. For example, changing the title, give a new value to instance book here. You just db session commit to submit your session. Of course, you can also delete the operation. For example, I want to delete the. You can also do the delete operation. For example, book query get after I get the first ID based on the key one to get the this record, I can delete, for example, db session to delete the book. Yeah, using the db session to delete the method to delete the record. After I submit the after I commit the session, it's committed successfully, and the record is deleted. It's very simple. Of course, you can use the Python code to realize or achieve the goal, which I just mentioned. I have introduced using the command. For example, I use the forge command and register for the command, and first we create the database. Then I pass the name and books and records or this information, name and users to the add the users, and add the users to the to the um, to the to the in the database, and also and add the books to the database, and just using the db session add book, for example the book title and year to the database. Finally, using the commit to submit our session. Finally, there is hidden information to show you have complete your session. And finally, we just refresh our homepage to get the new homepage after we have created the new database. Okay, let's try in our code. Let us to start the code. Our code. Firstly, the first thing we should create a database, the appy. Actually, I have done this one. You just Python Flask SQL and import the SQL Alchemy and set the this configuration. And also we have get the using the DB instance and also create the table name. And finally, just initiate the database. Yeah, let's create fastly about this one. Okay, if we are using the flex, so maybe okay, flex, so maybe we should first we should using the flex, so yeah, flex, so yeah, it's activate and from app import db, yeah, and from app we have imported db this instance. Okay, and db creatable, yeah. Now we have created the database name here, DB. Okay, we've done a number of operations like the flags init DB, which the extends lastly, and flags init DB. Okay, we have initialized the database. So we can use the flags, so yeah, to operation the database from the app import users and book the class. And also users, we can, for example, this one, user, for example, name. For example, I don't want to use the team. I use the car. Yeah, create one, and also one book type. Let's copy, just copy. Sorry, it's not successful. Hallelujah. Yeah, let's make it simple. Let's make it simple. Yeah. Hmm. 2007. Yeah. NM2 book title. My hardware download. Go on. Yeah. 1997. We create two. Yeah. And DB to session. Add users. First we should add users. Secondly, which DB session add M2 M1 yet M2 DB session commit. Okay, but now we have insert we have added two records in our database and the tables two tables user and book. We can do a number of operation. Okay, now for example let me query first. We need the input book. Okay, book one. For example, book one title. Okay, little price area. Yeah, same as this one. And also book year. Okay, 2007. Of course, if we want to query all, let's copy. Okay, book one and book two. And if we based on get one based on the ID, it's book one. And same. For example, we can filter by the for example title. My heart will go on. My heart will go on. What this is? For example, this one. My heart will go on. Yeah, book two. Just return book two. Yeah. This is the way how use the command. Of course, you can change. You can do number of changing. For example, booked quality. Book quality. And we can get. For example, we change the books here. 2000. Yeah, and finally, DB session commit. DB session commit. Okay, it's changed. Of course, we can delete this one. For example, DB get query one. And finally, DB session book this one. And DB session commit. Yeah, let's see how is the record. Book query income. Okay, just one. We have deleted one. Now let's change to the code. How about the code? Compare the this is the first day's website info code. Compare with day 4, the first day, which first we should create the database instance as SQL Alchemy instance, and also pass the command to register the command. Second, we should create a command to create the database, and also add this information like name and books to the database, and also the indexed HM is also this function is also changed. Let's go to the app. Okay, this one. just I have mentioned, we have added the AP and the SQL Academy database configuration and also instance, and also created the user and the book, and also the command flex. Just we have used for flex initial DB for database initialization, and also instanced we need to use the index. As index, we have to query our result and read and display in the read our user record and read our book record for the for the for the homepage. And finally, the same using run tempo. As the user, we can use the forge command to, for example, create the database and also add this record to the database. And finally, displayed or run our this information, our database information records in the on the home page. Let's next run. Okay, let's go to the home page. So okay, just one. Yeah, I think we have something should be changed. Okay, FlexDB. Just one. Okay, we need to use the, okay, I get it. We should use the flex forge command to add these records, this information to the database. Let's change. Okay, now it's okay. Let's rerun again. Flex run. Okay, let's refresh. Now it's good. It's become better. And also we have read all the records from the database and run in the home page. Now today's goal is complete. Let's push our code to the GitHub. Okay, git add git commit and database. And git push. Okay, let's go to, okay. Now the 50th code is pushed to the GitHub. I think today's tutorial is over. Thanks for your listening. If you like my channel or like these videos, please subscribe my channels. And if you have any comments, otherwise, please give to me. Thank you. Let's see you in next time.